una Hi everyone, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. So let's start the session. I'm sharing my screen. Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, let's start it now. So let me log in to the AWS portal. Let's see. So let's understand new concepts and do the practical. We have to do the network load balancer practical as well. Before that, let's understand the concept, then we will do it. I just got the recording from the admin team right now, so I will share you the link. Just give me 1 second. Yesterday's recording link, I just got it, so I will share with you, no issues. So protected. So let's start. Yes.
हेलो सर, ये कल क्लास हुआ था क्या?
हाँ हुई थी
सर उसमें तो कैंसिल लिखा हुआ था ना?
कैंसिल कहाँ लिखा हुआ था? कल हुई तो थी
सर मैं नहीं कर पाया था।
कल
जी
कहाँ
सर, कैंसिल पोर्टल में दिखा रहा था सर।
पोर्टल में कैंसिल था सर।
पर मुझे उसके नीचे मतलब
नहीं यार, कैंसिल नहीं होगा. Let me tell you what happens actually. In the my batch section, I can see 2 batches. See, you might be seeing 2 IDs, 323, 323. If I click on this one, then this is specifically for the Saturday. If you will click on the another one, that is for the Sunday. So there are 2 links. You need to check which one is for Saturday and which one is for Sunday. Because we have the different, not the different timing, the timings are same, but I don't know why they have created 2 links. So there are 2 titles actually. Class was not cancelled, it was there. Maybe you have seen the wrong one.
सर कल का कैंसिल था सर, हमारे पास कोई लिंक नहीं आया था।
कितने लोगों को कैंसिल दिखा रहा था?
सर मेरा
सर कैंसिल दिखा रहा था, पर रिफ्रेश करने पे वो सही हो गया था 9 बजे।
सही हो गया था तो एक ही बंदा नहीं ज्वाइन कर पाया।
हेलो सर।
यस।
हाँ, मतलब मेरा भी कल वो जो पोर्टल है ना, स्टूडेंट पोर्टल रीजन का, मेरा भी मतलब कल का जो क्लास था वो कैंसिल दिखा रहा था। पर उसके नीचे और एक क्लास था, मतलब कल का ही 2 क्लास था। एक क्लास कैंसिल दिखा रहा था और फिर से वही सेम क्लास, मतलब नीचे स्टार्ट लाइव क्लास ऑप्शन भी आ रहा था। जैसा कि ऐसा मैं देखिए, मैं चैट बॉक्स
हाँ, उन्होंने ना नई आईडी बनाई होगी मे बी फिर कल। तो रिफ्रेश करके देख लिया करो, ऐसे केसेस में क्लास हुई थी, क्लास कैंसिल नहीं हुई है।
मैं तो ज्वाइन हुआ था वहां नीचे से।
हाँ, जिसकी छूट गई ना वो एक बार देख लिया करो। कल की रिकॉर्डिंग देख लेना। कल वी टॉक्ड अबाउट द जॉब रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी एंड naukri.com part, Naukri portal part. There was no practical yesterday, so recording देख लेना, you will get to know. But next time से please make sure that you are checking the portal properly. If they have 2 links, just check the link thoroughly. Otherwise, try to refresh after 4 minutes, 5 minutes. If there is any problem, that will be fixed. ज्वाइन कर लिए करो।
एक बार आप मतलब चैट बॉक्स देखिए, मैंने आपको भेजा है। मुझे आज भी पोर्टल ऐसे दिखा रहा है कि 29th डेट सेशन वाज कैंसिल्ड, इज कैंसिल्ड।
29th session is
देखिए
July 20. It's for 29, I think. 29 or 23? Today is 23.
सर 29 तो हमें भी दिखा रहा है सर, ये 23 है आज।
हाँ तो आज 23 है ना, ये 29 नहीं है आज।
ऐसा ही सर, वो जो बोल रहा है ना, ऐसा ही सर दिखा रहा था मुझे भी, 23rd वाज कैंसल्ड। पर फिर से उसके नीचे फिर से एक नया आ रहा था, उससे वो स्टार्ट लाइव क्लास ऑप्शन आ रहा था। तो
सर मेरा बाद में भी मैंने किया था, कोई लाइव क्लास नहीं आया था मेरा, बाद में रिफ्रेश किया था मैंने।
Let me check. What's your name? Just let me know your name. I will check with the admin team what happened with the portal. What's your name? Anil?
यस सर, अनिल कुमार।
Anil Kumar. And what was the name of another person? दूसरा कौन था?
रोनित।
रोनित।
हाँ सर, मैं ज्वाइन हो पा रहा था, पर मेरा वो
RONIT
कैंसिल दिखा भी रहा था।
रोनित बासु।
यस सर, मैं ज्वाइन हुआ था, पर मेरा कैंसिल भी दिखा रहा था।
I will check with them tomorrow what happened. So only one person could not join, Anil. Ranit was able to join, right?
यस सर।
Okay, I will check what happened. So Anil, just refer the recording. Yesterday we discussed about the Naukri.com portal only, like how we can upgrade how we can upload our profile over there. There was no practical yesterday, but you can refer it. In case you have any doubt, you can ask me next week as well. Okay.
Okay sir.
And I will check about this one, what went wrong. So let's start the topic. We have to discuss about one of the scenario. Let me show you practically first, then I will come to the concept. See, suppose I am in a particular region. Suppose I am in US West North California. This is my region where I am going to create the resource. You can create the resource in any of the region. Suppose I am in this particular region, North California of US West. US West is the geography and North California is the region. And this one is my availability zone, US West 1. Now, as I told you in the last session, in every region, by default, the VPC will be created. Whatever region you will select, if you will go to the VPC option, then one of the VPC will be there. See, in the your VPC section, you can see there is one VPC available. So one of the default VPC will be available in every particular region. Along with the VPC, if we go to the route table, we can see the route table is also available. If we click on this option, the internet gateway, we can see this one is also available. So whatever region you will select, in every region, there would be one of the route table, there would be one of the VPC, there would be one of the internet gateway. If I click on the subnet also, you can see the subnets are also available. So in every region, the subnet will be automatically created along with the default VPC. So this will be there. You can create your own subnet, you can create your own VPC as per your requirement, but at least one of the default things will be there. So subnet can be minimum 1, maximum it can be 7, depending upon the availability zone concept. On average, there are around 3 subnets in most of the region. So this will be created by default, and this got started from the new portals. Earlier it was not there. Just give me 1 second. So, yeah. So this is the default behavior in the new portals starting from 2022, beginning from 2022. This option got started that in every region, a VPC will be there, a subnet will be there, route table and internet gateway will be there. Now, let me show you one thing. I am going to create, I am in the location of North California. I am going to create 2 virtual private cloud, 2 VPC. means I'm going to create two separate networks. Forget about this default one. I will not touch the default one. Just go to your VPC. I have the default one. Let me rename this one. So just click on this edit and I'm going to give the name as default VPC. I'm not going to use this one. I will create my own network because in company they will have their own networks. Now, in order to create the VPC, we know very well. We have earlier studied about it. Just need to click on create VPC. We need to give one of the name to the VPC. So the name that I'm going to give is VPC01. That will be my name. I will use IP version 4 and the range I will give is 10.0.0/24 CIDR. Tenancy would be default. Click on create. So my VPC has been created. If I will go to the your VPC section, you can see VPC01 is there. And the network ID is 10.0.0/24. So this is my VPC. See, it is not a default VPC. No. This one is default VPC. It got created automatically, but this one is a manual VPC that we have created now. So the VPC is created. Now I will create another VPC. I want to create another network. So create VPC again. And this time I'm giving the name as VPC02. That's the name that I'm giving here. And the IP range, suppose I'm going to use B class address 172.16.0.0 and /16. That is the CIDR. Then let's click on create VPC. So this is going to create my second network now. In your VPC section, we can see we have VPC02. The range of IP is 172.16.0.0 with /16. And this is also one of the manual VPC. So we have two VPC now. Inside the VPC, as we know, we need to attach the subnets because our EC2 instances are going to get the IP addresses from the subnet. So let's go to the subnet now. We have two subnets available and these two subnets are the default subnets. See, yes, these two are the default subnet. So it means these two subnets are the part of which VPC? It's the part of default VPC. See, the VPC which is available here, the default VPC, even you can see the VPC ID as well. In the last, it is 2A56C. So if I will go to the subnet section, see, so these two subnet are associated with the 2A56C. So these two belongs to the default VPC and these two are the default one. So let's give the name default. Just for the identification, I am giving the name default 1. We are not going to delete anything. Default 2. Because we should never delete the default VPC and their subnets. Now, these two are the default one. As we have created our two different networks, VPC01 and VPC02, the range of the VPC01 is 10 and the range of VPC02 is 172. So along with this, we need to create the subnet so that our EC2 instances can get the IP address. So let's click on the subnet and let's click on create subnet. You need to select in which VPC you are going to create your subnet. So we will click on the drop down and firstly we will create it for VPC01. So select VPC01. In the VPC01 we have the range of 10.0.0.0/24 that we know because we have created this one. Then you need to give one of the subnet name. We have already done this practical in the earlier days. Subnet name I am going to give as S1. In which availability zone it is going to get created. So I don't have any preference. This subnet will work with any of the availability zone. What range of IP address you are using? So in subnet 1, what range we are using? So we are using 10.0.0.0/24. So subnet I would like to use here 10.0.0.0/16. Now create subnet. Let me check what is the range. 10.0.0.0/24. Okay. So create subnet. I am going to use 28 bit of addresses. So I have subnet number 1, and this subnet number 1 is attached to VPC01. The range of the IP block will be 10.0.0.0/28. Now I am going to create another subnet that will be attached to my another VPC. So my another VPC ID is what? It's VPC02. That's the second network. So let's create one more subnet. Create subnet. Select the VPC. So it will be for VPC02. It is using 172.16.0.0 range of IP address in the /16 order. Subnet name, suppose I am giving subnet 02 S02. No preference of the availability zone. What range of IP block we would like to use with the subnet? So it's 172.16.0.0. So here I will target 172.16.0.0/24. Then click on create subnet. So again, we have one more subnet. So in total, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 subnet in the subnet section. 2 are for the default VPC. S1 is for VPC01, and this one, let me rename it. This one will be S2. S2 is for VPC02. And these are the IP addresses range. So what are the available IP address? So here we have 11 IP address to assign from this range. Here we have 251 IP addresses as private IP to assign to the EC2. Now what is happening? We have two VPC, VPC01, VPC02. Along with that, we have two subnet, subnet number 1 and subnet number 2. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create the EC2 instances. I will create the servers now. So I'm going to the EC2 option. I will go to the instances. Currently, I don't have any instance available in this region. So let's click on launch instance. If I go to the name section, so let's keep the name development 01, dev01, and I can select any of the image. I will go with the Amazon Linux. Configuration, I will select 1 GB of RAM, T2.micro. Key pair I need to create. So let's create a key pair, and the name I'm going to give is Nota1, whatever. I'm giving Nota1. Create. In the network setting, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create this EC2 instance, this server in VPC01. Currently, you can see what it has taken. It has taken default VPC. But I don't want to create this EC2 instance in the default VPC network. I want to create this EC2 instance with the VPC01 network. So whatever configuration we have in the VPC01 network, that will get attached with this EC2 instance. So I need to click on edit. I will create this server under VPC01, not under default VPC. So just click on edit. Before that, let me open another tab as well. So duplicate. And here, let me open the VPC part, just for the knowledge. I am in the VPC section. In your VPC, we can see what we have: one default VPC, then we have VPC01, VPC02. Now let's create the server. So this EC2 dev01, I'm going to create inside VPC01. By default, it is default VPC selected. So let's click on edit. Now we need to select our VPC ID. So what is the VPC ID? So it's VPC01 and the ID is this one. In the last, it is A858 and the name is VPC01. So let's select. So click on the drop down. See, we have VPC01 in the last A58. So we will create our EC2 under this network. So select it. Once you will select this one, you can see the range is 10.0.0.0/24 because that is the range that we had defined inside the VPC01. It has automatically taken the subnet number 1, see S1, because S1 is attached to VPC01. That's the reason it has automatically taken it. See, only one subnet is available. Why? Because in VPC01 we have only one subnet. And now we need to enable the auto assign IP address, auto assign public IP, so that my EC2 will get the public IP address. Rest of the things will be as it is. In the last session, we had discussed about user data as well for the automation. Rest of the things will be as it is. Now let's click on launch instance. So instance got created here. Let's go to the instance option. It's in the pending state. Meanwhile, it is getting created. Let's create another EC2 instance. And this time I am going to select network number 2, VPC number 2. I will attach the new EC2 instance inside VPC02. So let's go to the portal. It is in the running state. Let's create one more launch instance. Name I am giving prod01. The name of that server is dep01 and here I am giving prod01. Image, I can select anything. I am selecting Amazon Linux. You can pick anyone depending upon your choice. Key pair, I will use the same key pair, Nota 1. I want to keep this EC2 instance, this prod01 in the VPC02. So by default, which one is selected? Default VPC. But I don't want to create my server inside this network. So I will change it. So click on edit, click and select VPC number 02. If you will change it, now you can see the subnet has been changed. It is in the range of 172.16.0.0. That's what we have given. Enable the public IP address scheme. Rest of the things will be as it is. Click on launch instance. This server again got created. Let's go to the instance option and let's wait for it to come into the running state. So let's wait for a few seconds. So now both are in running state. Let's try to access both the servers. Let's try to access the console. It is under status check. Let's refresh. Initializing. Initializing means status is getting checked. Now let's try to access the server. Let's select this one. So I want to access prod01. Let's select, click on connect. Then I will try to connect it through the EC2 instance connect. So select this option. This one is going to be the username EC2-user. Click on connect. Once I will click on connect, let's see what will happen. It is showing one of the error, failed to connect to your instance. Let's try to access another server as well. So instance, and let's try to access dep01. Click connect, connect. Let's wait. It is also failed. It means we are unable to access the consoles. Even though we have created that they are the part of VPC as well, but we are unable to access the console. Now let me do one thing. Let me show you one thing. I am going to create one more server. I am going to EC2 section, instance option. I have 2 servers running. Let me create one more server, launch instance. And the name I am giving is test server. Image same. Everything is same. t2.micro. Key I will select Nota 1. And this time I will keep this EC2 instance in the default VPC. I will use the default VPC now. IP address is enable. Rest of the things are as it is. Let's click on launch instance and let's wait. Click on instance option. Let's wait for it to come in the running state. Now it's in running state. So let's refresh and let's try to access this one, the test. Select it, click on connect, click on connect. It is accessible. See, we can access this server. pwd, this is Linux. We are in the home directory. So if I select the default VPC behavior, I am able to access the server. But if I will use my custom VPC, I am not able to access it. This is the part of VPC 01. This is the part of VPC 02. It's not working. This is your interview scenario based question. The scenario that we are discussing, they can ask you that the question is, they can ask you, I have created one of the EC2 instance. It is the part of a custom VPC. They will tell you one of the IP range that it is the part of 192.168.0.0/24 VPC. Subnet is also attached. EC2 has been created successfully. All the checks have been passed. See, all the checks have been successful. If I will go to my EC2 option, you can see all the checks have been passed. 2 by 2 checks passed. And for this, the checks are still running. So checks has been successful, but still the server is not accessible. They can ask you, and I'm getting this kind of error. Ensure your instance network settings are configured correctly. But we have not done any mistake. Everything was proper. But in the default behavior, if I select the default VPC, I am able to access my server without any issues. This is your interview question. That like when I create the EC2 instance with the custom VPC, I'm not able to access it. I'm getting the error that check your network settings. So what can be the problem? So let's discuss it now. Everyone understood about this one? That what is happening?
In
Yes,
custom
sir.
VPC, we have to add internet gateway manually.
Yeah, right. I'm coming to that concept. See what happens. Why we are unable to access the EC2 instances after adding the custom VPC, because whatever custom VPC we create, there are 2 types of VPC. The first one is custom and the second one is default. When we talk about the default VPC, in the default VPC, by default, internet connection is there. Internet is allowed. Because the internet is allowed, that's the reason. What we are doing actually, we are accessing this EC2 instance on our our personal laptop. This is my personal laptop. On my personal laptop, I am trying to access the EC2 instance. Even if I will give you the link, if I will give you this link, you can also access it on your personal device. If I will give you this link, you can also access it. So what we are trying to do, we are trying to access the EC2 instance from our personal devices. And how it is possible? It is through the internet. Through the internet, I am available in a different location. I am based in India. I am in India location. In India, I am in Delhi region. My EC2 instance is available in which region? It's in US based. It means there is a huge distance involved. So from India, I am trying to access this EC2 instance, which is available in US based. It means I need the internet connectivity. That's the reason I have enabled the public IP. That was the reason that I have enabled the public IP address, so that we can access this one through SSH. So in the default VPC, by default, internet is allowed. That's the reason if I click on this test, this is the default EC2 instance. It got created with the default VPC. So let's click on this instance. And if I go to the security option of test, then we can see in the inbound rules, you can see port number 22 from any of the source is allowed. It is allowed means SSH is port number 22. So SSH is allowed from any of the source. Any of the source. 0 means from any location, from any network. That's the reason we are able to access the EC2, the test EC2. If I go to another EC2 instance, let's go to another one. Let's go to prod01. If I click on the prod01 EC2, if I click on the security option, here also we can see the port number 22 is allowed from any source. Even if I go to another EC2 instance, this one, then go to security, then we can also see this port number 22 is allowed from any source. See, allow. So configuration settings are same. In 3 of these VMs, 22 port number is allowed. It means it should be accessible from the internet, from any of the location. But why it is not accessible? Because if we are using the custom VPC, if we have created our VPC manually, in the manual VPC, the internet is not allowed by default. And since the internet is not allowed by default, that's the reason we are unable to take the console through SSH from a different location. But here, why it got possible? Because it is created under the default VPC. So let's see the problem. We understood the problem now. Because we are using the custom VPC, internet is not allowed. That's the reason we are unable to take the SSH. So how to solve this problem? So there is an option which is called Internet Gateway. There is a concept in AWS which is called Internet Gateway. Now, what is this Internet Gateway? This is my network VPC. This is my VPC, my network. Suppose it's VPC01. IP range is 10.0.0.0/16 something. Inside this VPC, I have my EC2 instance running. So this is my EC2 instance. The name of this EC2 instance is prod01. Public IP is attached here. That's okay. But users from different location are not able to access this EC2. Even though in the inbound rules section, the port of SSH is allowed, but still we are not able to access it. So as I told you, why it is happening? Because we are using the manual VPC, the custom VPC. In the custom VPC, by default, the internet is not allowed. In order to allow the internet connection on the custom VPC, we have an option which is called Internet Gateway, IG. So IG or Internet Gateway is the concept through which we can connect to the internet. We can connect to the public facing network. So it's a separate resource. It acts like a gate. Just like in the physical scenario, we have the router. Through router, we connect to the internet. So that's our gateway. If you remember, you all guys are the desktop engineers. You know that in ncpa.cpl, we have a section which is called default gateway. Here we enter the IP address of router. Because of this, we are able to connect to the internet. Because our router is connected to the internet, so it is acting like a gate. Same situation applies in the cloud as well. In order to connect to the internet from any of the EC2, EC2 is what? It is our server. It's a machine where operating system is running. So in order to access the internet on this server, we need one of the gateway, we need one of the router. So that is our internet gateway. So we should be connected to the internet gateway. Then we would be able to access the internet here. So let's see how to do it. We know that if we will connect the internet gateway, we would be able to access the internet in the custom VPC. If the internet is coming, it means we would be able to access the console. So let's see how to do it. So in order to create the internet gateway, what we have to do, we are on the AWS portal. We need to click on the VPC option. Means we need to search for the VPC. Because we want the internet on the VPC, on the network interface. Currently, if I go to my your VPC section, I have 3 VPCs: default, VPC 01, VPC 02. On VPC 01 and VPC 02, these are the manual. How will you identify? Scroll to the right and you can see these are the manual. Default, no. It means internet will not come here. If I scroll it to the right, here you can see there are some things coming. Main route table, main network ACL. These are again the default behaviors. Now, let's see how we can attach the internet gateway. So on the very left, you can see in the virtual private cloud, there is an option, internet gateways. Let's click on this one. If I will click on this one, you can see there is one internet gateway and it is attached. It is attached where? It is attached to default VPC. It means in the default VPC, by default, internet gateway automatically comes and it is automatically attached. That's the reason the default VPC EC2 instance is able to access the console because internet is here. If I will delete this, internet gateway for the default VPC, then internet will not come, then console access will not be possible. Delete means it is attached, simply deattach. Click on action, deattach this one. If you will deattach this one, then internet will not come and this connection will be lost. See, deattach. It is deattached now. It is unsuccessful. Why it is unsuccessful? Because it is saying that it is one of the default. So you cannot do so. So let's leave it. We don't want to touch the default settings. In the default, we can only delete this one, but we cannot deattach. Now, let's create our own internet gateway. This is the default. So let's rename it default internet gateway, default IG. Let's create our own. So let's click on internet gateway. Name you can give anything. I am giving internet gateway 01, IG 01. Click on create. One of the internet gateway got created. See, IG 01, but it's in deattach mode. Means it is not connected to any of the VPC. So let's connect it. So IG01 deattach, select it, select, go to actions, Click on attach to VPC because we want to attach this interface to one of the virtual private cloud. So click on it. Now it is asking that in which VPC you would like to attach this internet gateway. So let's click here. We have two VPC, which is custom, VPC01 and VPC02. So I will attach this internet gateway with VPC01. Click on attach internet gateway. It's attached now. Let's click on internet gateway and you can see internet gateway 01 is in attach mode. Where it is attached? It is attached to the VPC01. It means we have created one of the internet route. It is attached with the VPC01. It means we should be able to access the EC2 instance which is connected to VPC01. So which EC2 instance is connected to VPC01? Let's see. So let's go to EC2 now. Instance. We have 3 servers. So which one is attached to VPC01? So I guess let's scroll to the right. Where is the network? Let's click on it. Networking. So which one is attached? So this is attached to VPC02. My server name, what is the name of this server? Where is the name? Prod01. Prod01 is attached to VPC02. Where we have allowed the internet, it's on VPC01, right? So let's see which one is with the VPC01. So it's tab 01, development 01. If I click here, we can see in the networking section, it's attached with VPC01. It means we have allowed the internet connection here. So it should be accessible. Let's click on connect. Let's click on connect again. Let's wait. Still it is not accessible. The same error. Even though we have given the internet access, but still it is showing the error. Let's create one of the internet gateway again for the second VPC because we have only created the internet gateway for a single VPC. So again, let's go to the internet gateway option. We have one. Let's create another one. This time I will give the name IG02, internet gateway 02. Let's click on create internet gateway. One more internet gateway got created, IG02. It is in detach mode. Click on it. Action, attach. And where I would like to attach this one, this time it's on VPC02. Why the VPC01 option is not coming now? Earlier it was coming, but why it is not coming again? Because VPC01 is already attached to another internet gateway, which is internet gateway 01. One internet gateway can only be attached to one VPC only. It cannot be attached to multiple VPC because internet gateway 01 is already attached to VPC 01. So now the internet gateway 01 cannot be attached to another one. This is again one of the scenario based question for the interview. So let's select VPC 02 now, attach. Again, go to internet gateways, IG01, IG02, both are in attach mode. Suppose let's click on this IG01. If I will click and I will try to attach, see the option is not highlighted, it's gray out. Why? Because IG01 is already attached to VPC01. Same thing if I will try to do with this one, action, again the option is not coming. It means if any internet gateway is attached to any of the VPC, that internet gateway cannot be attached to any other external VPC. So one internet gateway can only be attached to one VPC only. That's again one of the scenario. So we have two VPCs. We have two internet gateways. Both are in attach mode. This server is not accessible. It's showing one of the error. Let's go to the EC2 again. And let's try to access, which one was this? Let's access it again. I just forget the name. कौन सा था ये? So let's try to access port 01. Click on it. Connect. Connect. And let's try to access dep 01 as well. So dep 01, select, connect, and connect. Here again there is the error, and here also we will get the error. Even though the internet gateway is attached, but still we are getting the error. Why? Because the concept here is you have attached the gate, with your VPC, with your network, but your EC2 does not know how I can reach to this particular gate. I have a gate, let's suppose I have a big bungalow. In that bungalow, I have 10 gates, 10 doors. I want to go directly to the lawn. I want that when I open the gate, when I open the door, it should redirect me to the lawn. Lawn means garden, my private garden. The second condition I have is whenever I want to go out from the bungalow. So if I open the gate, I should get out from the bungalow. I should get the road. So how I will do it? I have 10 doors. If someone will tell me that if you want to go directly to the lawn, you should go to gate number 3. From there you can exit and you will enter into the lawn area. If you want to go out from this bungalow, you should go to gate number 1. From there you can go out to the road. Same situation applies in our metro stations as well. If you want to reach out to a particular road, you will exit from a particular gate. So my EC2 instance is unable to access. I am connected to the VPC. I am connected to the network. My network is connected to the internet gateway, but my EC2 server does not know how I will reach to this particular gate. If I will not be able to reach to this particular gate, then I will not be able to connect to the internet, because this gate is responsible for connecting me to the internet. And that route I will have to tell to my EC2 instance. So how I will tell it? That is through the route table. Again, there is a concept here, route table. You can also pronounce it as route table, but in the US, it will be route table. In the UK, it will be route table. So let's see how to create this one. So you will have to create one of the route table where you will have to describe the route, that how your EC2 instance will go to the internet gateway so that it can connect to the internet. If I search for any of the relevant image, this one is good. Or this is very complicated. VPC, this one is good, the first one. See, here you can see this is my VPC, the complete VPC. Inside my VPC, I have 2 subnet. I have 4 subnet actually. See, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I want to connect to the internet. For that, all the subnets are attached to the internet gateway. And here you can see there is a route table option. If I copy this one, let me zoom it. See, there is a route table option. Why the route table is there? So that we can define the path, that how this network is going to reach to the internet gateway so that we can connect to the internet. That's it. That is the purpose of route table. So route table help us to define the path, that how my EC2 network is going to connect to the internet. So let's see how to create the one. So in order to create the route table, because that's the part of network, so again we need to go to the VPC, because VPC is our network. So let's go to the VPC option. Click on your VPC. You have 3 VPCs, VPC 01, VPC 02 and default. In the subnet, we have 4 subnet. These 2 are default and these 2 are the manual. We have the internet gateway. Now we want to create the route table. So let's click on the route table option. Currently you can see there are 3 route tables and these 3 are the default one. It is attached to it is attached to default VPC. Another one is attached with VPC 01 and the next one is attached to VPC 02. It means whenever we create the VPC, the route table will get automatically created. That's the purpose of this one. Because we have not created any route table, but still we can see it. Why? Because whenever we create the VPC, the route table will be created automatically. Even it is manual, even it is custom, even it is default, even it is custom, it is created automatically. So what we want to do, we want to allow the network. We want to allow the path so that my network can reach out to the internet gateway. So firstly, I will do it for VPC 01. So VPC 01 means this one. This is the route table ID. Let's click on it. Even you, if you want, you can create new one as well. It's up to you. So let's give the name first for the identification. Let's keep the name first. So this one is attached with the VPC 01. So let's keep the name as route table 01. Route table VPC 01 for the identification. And the next one, this one is attached to VPC 02. So let's keep the name as route table attached with VPC 02. Now the name is clear. And the second one is the default route table. Save. So let's click on this RT VPC 01. We will give the permission here. We will define the path here. So let's click on the route table ID. Currently, we can see there is a route 10.0.0.0/24. It means if anyone is requesting to 10.0.0.0/24, it should be available. See, target should be local. If anyone is directly trying to access 10.0.0.0/24, it is a local target, means it's a private IP. It's the internal IP. This is the only route, and this is the default route that will be available with every EC2 instance VPC connect. It is the default one. If I click on the subnet association, what I have to do, I need to click on the subnet association. In the subnet association, in the explicit subnet association, there are nothing. You need to add the subnet so that we can define the route. So just click on the edit subnet associations. S1 is coming. Why S1 is coming? Because my route table is attached to VPC 01. And in the VPC 01, S1 is the subnet. That's the reason it is coming. So we need to add this one. We need to attach this subnet with this route table. So let's click on this box and let's click on save association. Now what we have done, we have attached this subnet number 1 with this route table. So now we have add the route path. What is the network range? This one. After this, what we need to do, Now we need to click on the routes. Now we will define the route, that how my network will reach to the internet. So go to routes option. Only one route is there, and this is the default one. The local one will be the default. Let's click on edit rules now, edit routes. And here you need to add one of the route. So let's click on add. What we want, that anyone from this world, means 0.0.0.0/0. If any of the network person is trying to access the console or is trying to access the internet, that should go through, what is the target? That should go through the internet gateway. Which internet gateway? So by default, it is connected with the internet gateway 01. Because VPC 01 is attached to internet gateway 01, that's the reason it is automatically coming here. So we need to select this one. If anyone in this world will try to access the internet connectivity or will try to access the console, it should go through the target of internet gateway. It should go to the internet gateway now. This is what we are defining the route. If there is any specific IP address, then we have to define that range. That if this particular IP range is trying to access the console, that should go through the internet gateway. By default, we are allowing everyone, that everyone in this world, if they will try to access the console from any part of the world, it should go through the internet gateway. Means internet should be accessible. Now let's click on save changes. It is created. Let's go to the route table again. Which one was the route table? This one, route table VPC 01. Let's click on it. In the subnet association, my subnet got added, and in the routes, we have one of the route got added. It's in active condition. Now do the same thing with another one as well. Second route table name is RT-VPC02. Let's click on it. Same thing. You can see there is a default route available, the local one. Go to subnet association, no subnet, click on edit subnet. S2 is coming because this route table is attached with the VPC02, and in VPC02 there is S2 subnet. So check it, save. Now in the subnet association, you can see the S2 is edit. Go to routes, the same thing, click on edit routes, add routes. And if anyone from the internet, from any part of this world, if they will try to access my console, it should always go from the internet gateway. And which one is the internet gateway? Internet gateway 02, because it is attached to VPC 02. Click, save. It is also saved now. If I will go to the route, I can see it got added. In the subnet association, my subnet got added S2. Now let's try to access the console and let's see if it works or not. Refresh, refresh. Let's wait now. See, accessible. If I go to this one, accessible. Magic. Even if I check the internet, I am on the Linux, so there is only blank screen. How will I check the internet? So I need to just ping to the Google or any of the site, because we don't have any browser here. It's a black screen only. So www.google.com. So ping should come. See, ping is coming. It means the internet is accessible, because we have attached this network with the VPC gateway, and even we are able to access the console. It means internet is accessible. If we do the curl space www.google.com, enter, see the Google code is coming. It means internet is accessible. Curl means you can access any of the website through the curl in the command line interface, curl, curl. Same situation applies here. Console is accessible. Ping to any of the site, www.facebook.com. It is accessible. See, response is coming. So in the organization, they will not be using any default VPC. They will be using the custom VPC every time. And if you are using the custom VPC, make sure the custom VPC should be connected to internet gateway. Internet gateway should be propagated to the route table. Otherwise, you will not be able to access the console. Understood? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
In interview, the
Yes, sir.
question can directly become like, what is internet gateway? What is the purpose of internet gateway? So internet gateway is a resource in AWS which acts like a router that helps you to connect to the public network. Public network means the internet. Now, so this concept is very much clear now. The VPC part is done. Custom part, internet is not allowed in the custom VPC. In the default, by default, the internet is allowed. How the internet comes? Through internet gateway. How we can reach to the internet gateway? Through the route table. So we should know the concept of internet gateway. We should know the concept of route table when we are using the custom VPC. Now, there is one more concept which is called VPC peering. What is this now? Let me show you practically. I have two VPC. See, VPC1, VPC2. They both have different IP address, 10 and 172 series. They both have different. In VPC01, which VM is connected? So let me copy this one, duplicate. Services EC2. With VPC01, which VM is connected? So let's see. Instance. Let's click on this prod01 networking. So it's attached with VPC02. It means deb01 is connected to VPC01 and prod01 is connected to VPC02. Both are different EC2 instances. Both have their own private IP and they have their own public IP address. They are hosted on the same AWS portal. They are connected on the same AWS portal. And this is the console. I am on this one. I am on this one. And which one is this? So you can see the private IP 10.0.0.6. So which one is this server? So let's go to instance and let's see which one has the 10.0.0.6 private IP. From here, we cannot see it. Let's click on this one. Private IP is 172.16.0.103. Which server is this? This one. Let me clear the screen first. See, 172.16.0.103. Which server is this? This one, prod01. Even if you want to check, you know the command, host name. See, in the AWS consoles, it will give you this kind of host name, the IP privately along with the availability zone. If you are using your own image, just like you have created the server with your own host name, then only this will be changed. But 172.16.0.103, which server it has? It is this one, 172.16.0.103. It's prod01. Similarly, it means if I will go to the deb01, this one, so this one has the private IP of 10.0.0.6. So this one is 10.0.0.6. So this one is deb01 and this one is prod01. Let me try to ping each other. Let me see if they can ping together or not. Because they are hosted on the same AWS portal. Let's see. Ping space. I am on 10.0.0.6. I am trying to ping from 10.0.0.6 server to 172.16.0.103. So ping space 172.16.0.103. Enter. Let's see if the ping is coming or not. Yes, Seth.
From public IP we can ping.
From public IP we can. But
After peering we can also ping from private.
yeah, after peering we can ping. See, the ping is not coming. Even from here also, if I will try it from another EC2, ping space 10.0.0, I guess it was 4. What was the IP? 6. Again, it is not pinging. Why it is not pinging? Because they are the part of different VPC. These two EC2 instances are connected to two different VPCs. Let me show you one more thing. Let's go to the VPC part. There is VPC 01. In VPC 01, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create one more EC2 instance. I have the IPs available. Let me create one more EC2 instance. So go to the instance option, instance, launch, and I'm going to give the name as one more. Key pair I will use Nota 1, and I'm going to create this server inside VPC 01. Again, it will select subnet number 1. I have 10 IP available now. Earlier it was 11, but since we are creating one more EC2, so now the IP count has been reduced. So I have another 10 IPs available in this VPC. Rest of the things will be as it is. Just enable the public IP and launch. Go to instance. One more, this one. Let's wait for it. So let's access this one now. Select, connect, connect. See, it got accessed. Why? Why it got accessed? Even we have not added any internet gateway, no route table. Why? Because earlier what we had done, we have attached the internet gateway and the route table with VPC 01. And as I told you, practically one internet gateway can be attached to one VPC. So IG01 is attached to VPC 01. In the VPC 01 network, now we have two EC2 instance. First one is one more, and the second one is what? What is the name of the second one? कौन सा था दूसरा? In the VPC 01, which servers are there? नाम भूल जाता हूँ यार मैं बार बार. देखते हैं. Let's check prod 01. Let's check with the prod 01. So prod 01 is connected to which network? It's with VPC 02. It means dep 01 and one more instance is connected to VPC 01. That's the reason we are able to access the console. Now do one thing. From this one more server, see, this is the name, one more EC2 instance. From here, let's try to ping space. What is the IP of another instance? So the another instance that we have, the IP is this one. Where is 10.0.0.6, I guess. 10.0.0.8 is the IP of this one. What is the IP of DAP01? Let's go to DAP01 now. DAP01, connect. The IP is 10.0.0.6. Let it access first. See, 10.0.0.6. This is my DAP01 server. And this is the part of my VPC01. I have another server. The name is one more. This one. This is also attached to VPC01 and the IP is 10.0.0.8. From here, I will try to ping to 10.0.0.6, which is the part of VPC01. Let's see if the ping is coming or not. And from this one, from 10.0.0.6, 10.0.0.6 tab 1, okay, गलत कर दिया, same ping करवा दिया, रुको, नहीं ठीक है. Yeah, from 10.0.0.6 we will try to ping with one more server which is 10.0.0.8. See, ping is not coming. Why it is not coming? Because there is a concept which is called peering. VPC peering. What is VPC peering? If your EC2 instance, if they belongs to different VPC, there can be multiple conditions. Let me write down. If you have EC2 instances that is connected to different VPC, that is the first condition. Plus, they are the part of different network. If they have different network ranges, that is the second condition. Or if they belong to different regions. Suppose one EC2 is there in US East, another EC2 is created in US West. So they are in different region, different data center. One more condition. If they belong to different accounts. Suppose what is my use? I want to connect. अच्छा वो 2 आ रहा है इसलिए. What my requirement is, I want to connect one of the EC2 instance which is available on my AWS portal. Suppose this is my EC2, this one. I want to connect this EC2 instance from my portal to another user's portal. Suppose there is a different company. This portal belongs to HCL company. And I have the tie-up with another company called Wipro. What I want to do, I want to connect my EC2 instance of HCL to the EC2 instance of Wipro. It means portals are different. That is also my condition. So by default, the ping is not possible. The connectivity is not possible if your EC2 instance is the part of different VPC. If they have the different network ID, suppose they are the part of same VPC, but they have different subnets. It means they have different network ID. One is having 172, another one is having 192. If they are the part of different region, suppose one EC2 instance is in US East, another one is in US West. Again, it will not allow you to ping. If they are the part of different portals, one is there on the HCL portal, another one is there on the Wipro AWS portal. So by default, the connectivity is not possible between different network in these conditions. But company have the requirement. I have 100 of servers running on this portal. I have 100 of EC2 instances. They might be the part of different VPC. They can be the part of different network. But what my requirement is, I want to connect all the servers. Or maybe out of 100, I only want that 70 servers should be pinged to each other. 30 should not be pinged to every server. That is my requirement. So I want the communication. Even I also want that from AWS HCL portal, the ping should happen on the Wipro AWS portal. If we have the merger between two company, I want that my server should ping to another company's EC2 instance. Just let's take an example of bank. If bank is on, suppose if the bank is on AWS portal, Punjab National Bank is there on the AWS portal and Kotak Mahindra Bank is there on AWS portal. Now what they want that Kotak Mahindra server should ping to the Punjab National Bank and Punjab National server should ping to the Kotak Mahindra. There should be bi-directional communication. That is called trust relationship. Because of that, we are able to withdraw the money from different ATMs. We have the account in PNB, but we are able to withdraw the money from Kotak Mahindra as well, from Axis Bank as well. Why? Because they have the trust relationship. So in the on-premises environment, that trust relationship is possible through federation. There is an option which is called federation. If they are on-premises, that will be achieved through the federation option. If they are running on the cloud environment and we want to connect different portals together, that will happen through the peering. So we have a peering concept in AWS. Through peering, we can connect different VPC. So whatever EC2 instance will be attached with that VPC, that would be able to ping to each other. We can connect different network IDs as well, if that is the requirement. If my EC2 instance are available in different region, we can also connect them through the peering. And if they are the part of different accounts, we can also ping it. We can also connect that. So peering means connectivity. So if that is the condition, practically we have seen that ping is not possible. So if that is my condition, I want it to connect as per the company requirement, we will have to enable the peering connection. Understood? Everyone understood?
Yeah.
समझ में आ गया सबको? Good. Where the peering option is, see. If you will, because peering is related to your network. So if you will go to this option in your VPC, I will not do it. I will just show you. You will have to do it. If you will go to your VPC option, if you will scroll it down from the left, there is an option, peering connections. You need to go here. You need to create this environment that I have created. Create at least two different VPC. There should be different IP addresses. It should not be same. Remember, the private IP range should be different. Otherwise, it will overlap. That is going to create IP conflict situation. If we will use the same range of IP address on different VPC, that will create the conflict. So the range should be different. Create this kind of environment. Attach the internet gateway so that we can access the console. Create the route table. Then go to the peering option and try to add the peering with your own. It is very easy. Let me show you how to do it. By default, it is nothing. Create peering connection. You can give any of the name here. In the VPC ID, what you need to do, in the VPC ID, there is a requester. Requester means from where you are requesting the peering. So you need to select from where. Suppose you want to do it from VPC 01 to VPC 02. So you will select VPC 01. In the VPC 01, what is my IP range? It's 2000/24. It is connected. So you will select this one. Then where do you want to peer? The next VPC is available in my account or it's in another account. That is something I was telling you. If you want to connect the VPCs of different account, that is also possible through the peering. So you need to specify. So both the VPCs are available in my own account. So I will select this one. If I want to connect the VPC which is available in different account, then I will have to select this option and I will have to give the account ID. What is account ID? You know, if I click on this option, I can see my account ID. See, so that I have to give the portal ID. So currently I am going to do it for my account. Where that server is available, is it in the same or in the different location. So that VPC is also there in the US best one. I have not selected any region. So select the ID of that VPC. So what I'm going to do, requester means I am VPC01. From VPC01, I am going to attach VPC02. This is what I want to create. From VPC01, from 10 range of IP, I want to connect to VPC02, which is 172 range of IP. Scroll down, create. It's very easy. Once you will click on create, it will show you pending acceptance. Means you will have to accept it. Accept means, what is acceptance means? Suppose I am going to attach this portal to another portal. So the next person who is the portal owner, the AWS portal owner, that person will approve the connection. We cannot establish the connectivity with anyone. We need the approval because both the VPCs are available in my own portal. So I can easily go to action and I can approve it or I can reject it. But in case the VPCs are available in different AWS portals, then we will have to approve it from the next portal. If I will create the connection, the request will go to the another portal. That owner will accept it, then only I would be able to create the peering. Because both the VPCs are available in my own portal, that's the reason I can go to action and I can approve it. So accept. It is done now. If I will go to the peering connection, you can see it is coming. There is a peering connection ID. It is active. Requester is this one. And from this, from VPC01, what you have done, you have connected to VPC02. This is the ID of the requester and this is the ID of the acceptor. It means connection is created. After that, what you need to do, this is important practical. You will have to do it with your own as well. After that, you need to go to the route table. Go to route table. Which one is the route table of VPC01? This one, route table VPC01. Click on it. Here, what you need to do, you will have to add one more route now. Click on add routes. Add route. What you need to do, we are in route table 01. We are in the route table VPC01. From here, what I want to do, I want to connect to another network. So I will have to define the route, that how my connectivity will go. So I am in this one. Let me show you again. I am in route table of VPC01. From here, I want to send my traffic to route table of VPC02. So what I will do, I will go to route table of VPC01. Click. We have two routes. Click on edit. Add one more. What is the range of another route table? So the range of another network is, I guess, 172. Let me check. So VPC01 network range is this one. From here, I want to establish the connection to here. So VPC02 network range is this one. So let's copy this one and let's paste it here. So if any of the request is coming from 172.16.00/16 network, means if any of the request is coming from here, the target should be my peering connection. Which peering? I have the peering. I have created that. Select it. Click on save. First one got saved. Again, go to the route table option. So from here, we have done the route to this one. Now we will go to route table of VPC02. From here, what I want to do, I want to define the route, that if any of the request is coming from, which one is the ID of another one. So another ID is 10.0.0 something. Copy it. If any of the request is coming from this network to this network, it should always go to the peering connection of this one. Click on save. Both got saved. Let's check if we are able to ping now or not. So again, let's see. Cancel, 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 cancel. Cancel also. Let's go to the instance now. Let's access prod 01. Connect. Connect. Let's also access our prod dev 01. Dev 01. Connect. Connect. So both the servers are accessible now. I am in 10.0.0.6. From 10.0.0.6, if I will try to ping to 172.16.0.103, let's see if the ping is coming or not. What is the IP? 172.16.0.103. And let's go to another one as well. From here, ping 10.0.0.6. So it will take some time, then the ping will come. If it does not come, then we have to restart the systems. It's not coming, then we will have to restart this one. So you do this. I am not going to restart the server. You do this with your own. Create this kind of environment, create the peering, create the internet gateway and all, and check the ping. If the ping does not come, restart the server. After restarting the server, still it is not coming, then shut it down first, shut down and restart it again. Still it does not come, then let me know on Saturday. I will fix it. So do the practical of this one as per the scenario also. Do the practical of your internet gateway. Do the practical thoroughly for the route table. It is important how we can add the different routes, and do the practical of peering. You can do both the peering concept. You can do it inside one portal that I shown you, and try to do it with different portal as well. If you have two portals, then try to do it with different portals. Add the VPC of different portal. If it is possible, if you have two portal access, then if not, at least do this one. I would recommend to do both the practicals so that you will have the idea how the peering works. If you face any level of issue after watching the video, if you don't feel confident that what is this concept all about, how we are doing it, let me know on Saturday. I will clarify this one. So peering one is also completed. The ping is not coming. We need to restart these servers or shut down and restart it again, because we have done a lot of things on the internet gateway, so it got unsynced. Then it will come. After that it will come. So peering part is done. Internet gateway part we have completed. Route table part we have completed. One practical that got pending is our network load balancer. I will touch this one on Saturday. It will take some time. So isko Saturday ko kara dunga main along with your doubts. Then on Sunday, on the next Sunday, now we can successfully start our storage account. So we will start our storage account and we will complete it on Sunday only. जैसे आज ये VPC EPC खत्म हो गया, on the next Sunday the storage part will be completed. On another weekend we will start our backup services, backup in AWS. So I will stop it here. I will not touch further topics for now. Just do the practical. Let's connect on Saturday. You will get the recording in morning. Yesterday's recording also you will get in morning, because I guess just give me 1 second. Let me check. Just stay on this No. I did not receive the AWS recording of yesterday. So it will be provided in the morning even. He has shared me the recording, but that's for the different session. So both the recording for yesterday's session and for tonight's session will be shared by tomorrow afternoon. I will just drop a message to the admin team. They will give me the link. I will download it and I will upload it. Then I will share the link with you. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So let's connect
Okay.
next weekend then. And one more thing, you guys were asking me about the job responsibility. Let me paste it in the chat box. Wait, वो मैं दे देता हूँ. And the one that I am giving you, some more job responsibilities will be added here once we will do the course. As the course will progress, I will add more job responsibilities here. But for now, you can use this one that I am pasting it in the chat box. This one. Oh, it is too long. Wait. Let me paste it in the fractions. So services. The one that I pasted, then the another one that I'm pasting right now. And the next one also that I'm pasting right now. These are the responsibility that you can add in your existing resume, apart from the one which is already there. So whatever default you have, keep it and add this one as well. I will also give you more job responsibilities as soon as the course will progress, because once the topic will be added, then we can add more here. Okay. Everyone got it in the chat box?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yes,
that's
sir.
it for the day. Let's connect in the next weekend and let's complete this one. Okay. Thank you very much for your time. Have a good night. Bye.
Thank you.
Good night, sir.